Hey everyone, and welcome back to Evo Health 360's Deep Dive. This is episode 12, and I am pumped for this one.
Yeah, this should be really interesting.
So we're diving into something that I think a lot of people maybe skip over in their fitness routine,
Okay.
and that is mobility. We always hear about stretching and how important that is,
Right.
but mobility kind of takes things a step further. It's all about how freely your joints can move, through their full range of motion.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think this is something that a lot of us struggle with, and we don't even realize.
Absolutely.
Like, over 80% of people will experience back pain at some point in their life.
Wow.
So you're probably one of them.
Right. It's incredibly common.
Yeah, so in this deep dive, what we're going to do is we're going to really uncover how integrating mobility into your routine
Okay.
can not only skyrocket your performance, but also help you just completely sidestep those aches and pains that so many of us deal with on a daily basis.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one of the things that we just, like you said, we skip over it because we focus so much on, strength training and building endurance.
Right.
But mobility is truly like the unsung hero of fitness.
Totally.
It's the foundation
Yeah.
for everything. Whether you're talking about, those heavy lifts that you're trying to hit in the gym, or, if you want to be a good runner, or even just
moving throughout your day pain-free.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about this because I feel like, I've been hitting a plateau in my workouts.
Okay.
And I'm wondering, could my lack of mobility be like a secret thing that's holding me back?
It absolutely could be.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, think about it like this.
Okay.
Let's say you're doing squats
Okay.
and your hips are super tight.
Right.
You're not going to be able to hit that full range of motion.
Right.
You're not going to be able to get as deep into that squat as you should be.
Got it.
And so you're not going to be able to really fully activate those powerhouse muscles,
Okay.
the glutes and the hamstrings.
So it's like you're kind of putting the parking brake on when you're trying to do these exercises.
Exactly. You're limiting your potential.
So it's not even just about preventing injury.
Right.
It's about actually like reaching.
It's about maximizing your performance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of injuries, though,
Okay.
I remember a while back I pulled a muscle, and it sidelined me for weeks.
Oof. Yeah.
Like I was out.
It happens.
Yeah, so tell me, like, how does this whole mobility thing help protect us from those kinds of setbacks?
So basically, when your muscles and joints can't move freely, they're under constant stress.
Okay.
Right. And then what happens is your body starts to compensate in different ways.
Right.
And eventually, something's going to give.
Right. Something's going to snap.
Something has to give. Right.
Yeah.
But when you're working on your mobility, you're ensuring that everything is moving smoothly, which reduces that wear and tear, and it just minimizes the risk of sprains, all those things that we want to avoid.
Yeah, nobody wants to deal with that. So basically, it's like a tune-up for your body.
Exactly.
Right. I like that.
Yeah.
Now, there was also some mention of enhanced recovery.
Okay.
Is that simply just bouncing back quicker after you've had a tough workout?
I mean, that's definitely part of it,
Okay.
but it's really more than that.
Okay.
When you incorporate mobility work after your workout,
Okay.
you're actually helping to improve blood flow,
Okay.
which delivers all those nutrients to your muscles to help them repair.
Okay.
But it also helps flush out metabolic byproducts, which basically means it helps you reduce inflammation so you're not as stiff and sore.
Interesting. Okay, so it's like a fast track to feeling good again after you've pushed yourself.
Exactly.
Gotcha. All right, I'm convinced. I'm sold.
Good.
But when is the best time to actually do these mobility exercises?
Well, that's the thing. You could actually do them at different points
Okay.
in your routine. And they all have different benefits. So before you work out,
Right.
take like 10 to 15 minutes to do some dynamic stretches.
Dynamic stretches, okay.
Yeah, so these are stretches that involve movement.
Okay.
So things like leg swings, torso twists, arm circles,
Okay.
things that kind of mimic the exercises that you're going to be doing in your workout.
Got it.
And what that does is it just gently increases your range of motion and kind of preps your body for what's to come.
Okay, so like I do some leg swings and stuff before I work out.
Perfect. So you're already ahead of the game.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Now, what about like during the day when we're not working out.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you have a desk job or you're sitting for long periods of time, it's so important to take those little breaks throughout the day.
Yeah.
And just do some simple exercises,
Okay.
like shoulder rolls, some neck stretches.
Good.
Even just standing up and walking around for a couple minutes can make a huge difference.
Okay, so I'm getting up and I'm doing some shoulder rolls right now. Okay, and then what about after a workout? What's the best kind of mobility work to do then?
Yeah, after your workout is a really good time to do static stretches.
Static stretches.
So these are the stretches where you're holding a position for like 20 to 30 seconds.
Okay.
And that really helps lengthen the muscles, improve your flexibility.
Okay.
So things like hamstring stretches,
Okay.
quad stretches,
Okay.
calf stretches.
Got it.
You can even use a step to kind of intensify those calf stretches.
Perfect.
It really makes a difference.
Okay, so I'm ready to put this into action.
Okay.
The Thorse has mentioned a few specific exercises. Hip openers, shoulder dislocates, and an ankle mobility drill.
All right. Yeah, those are great ones to start with.
Okay, let's break those down. So hip openers. What exactly is a hip opener and why is it so important?
Yeah, so a really simple one is a figure 4 stretch.
Okay.
So you're basically standing with your feet hip width apart, and then you bend one knee and cross your ankle over the opposite thigh. And then you just gently push your hips back.
Okay.
And you'll feel that stretch in your outer hip.
Okay.
And this is so crucial for activities like running, squatting, anything that involves hip mobility.
Got it. Okay, now shoulder dislocates. The name sounds a little intense.
I know, right? Sounds scary.
Yeah.
But don't worry, no dislocating is actually involved.
Okay, good.
So for this one, you use a resistance band.
Okay.
You hold it wide with straight arms, and you just slowly circle it overhead and back.
Okay.
You want to try to keep your arms as straight as possible.
Okay.
And you're going to feel this fantastic stretch
Okay.
in your shoulders and your upper back.
Okay.
And this is especially helpful if you spend a lot of time hunched over a desk.
Right.
Or looking at your phone.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, a lot of us.
Okay, now, the ankle mobility drill. Is that just for runners or is that something that everyone can benefit from?
It's definitely really important for runners.
Okay.
But honestly, it's great for anyone who wants better ankle health. Okay. So all you need is a step.
Okay.
And you just stand with your toes on the edge of the step.
Okay.
And you let your heels drop below the edge.
Okay.
And you hold that for about 30 seconds.
Okay.
And you should feel a nice stretch in your calves.
Okay.
And your Achilles tendon.
Got it.
This area is often really tight and can limit your ankle mobility, which can lead to instability and even pain.
So basically, we want to make sure those ankles are moving freely.
Absolutely.
Got it. Okay, so how do we take all of these individual exercises,
right,
and actually create a personalized mobility plan? Because it kind of feels a little overwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, the easiest way to think about it is to start with your goals.
Okay, goals.
Right, so are there specific areas that you want to improve?
Where?
Maybe, you have tight hips, or maybe your shoulders are always stiff.
Right.
So once you've identified your goals, you can start to create a schedule that works for you.
Okay.
Even if it's just 10 minutes a day, the key is consistency.
Consistency. That's always the key with
It's
everything.
always the key. And don't be afraid to mix things up. Try different exercises and find what feels best for your body.
So we got to listen to our body.
Yes.
Okay, and guess what? You can actually find a ton more mobility routines and resources right here on Evo Health 360.
Absolutely.
So make sure you subscribe to our channel and follow us on social media at Evo Health 360 for all the latest health and fitness tips.
We are here to support you.
We are here to support you on your journey to a healthier, more mobile you.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this mobility deep dive, I wish you consider this. Think about just one everyday activity that you struggle with.
Okay.
Maybe it's bending down to tie your shoes.
Yeah.
Maybe it's reaching overhead to grab something.
Yeah.
Could limited mobility be the culprit there?
It's a good question to ask yourself.
I think so.
Yeah.
So I encourage you to choose one area that you want to improve. Try one of the exercises we discussed today.
Okay.
And remember, even small changes can make a big difference in how you move and feel. Thanks for joining us. Keep exploring the amazing world of movement.
It is amazing.
It is, and we'll see you in the next deep dive.
See you then.